We're doing something, San Antonio!
Wanted to start a business, and this is something that I never thought I'd have the opportunity to do, but you know, meeting Chiyo, this has been fantastic. Broadway News, they've been so welcoming and warm.
My name's Chiyo Takamoto. We both come from like the beverage world. I really like have a passion for culinary, like cooking and just flavor development in general, whether it's food or drink. Met her when she was working at Cured because I was repping these distilleries and I was trying to get placements at Cured, and we just like bonded off of like both being from Chicago. Tons of F-bombs were being thrown around. It's like a very Chicago thing, and then we just like developed a friendship, but we did not know each other even though we were kind of like still in the same industry. Mel comes from the hospitality industry. She was working behind the bar. I was a previous hospitality worker, also working behind the bar, running a few bar programs, and then kind of moved over to the supplier side. So I also own another business called Cocktail Spirits, and it's a small like craft spirits portfolio that helps smaller independently owned distilleries with sales and marketing. So that's where we kind of do cross promote with our cocktail kits that we offer, using those distilleries' products. All of our offerings are pretty unique in flavor profile. We kind of, you know, are developing flavors like the same way that we would think about developing a cocktail. So kind of incorporating like a really balanced flavor profile between like the citrus notes, the sweet flavor profiles, and just kind of coming up with like interesting, unique flavor combinations. We just partnered with Dram Apothecary. It's a woman-owned company out of Colorado. She does a lot of like botanically driven products. Her sparkling waters, I believe she started with. She's doing some with CBD and other adaptogenics. Obviously, when the pandemic hit, my business sort of like went to a standstill because a lot of our customers are bars and restaurants, and they had to shut down, you know. So I was sort of trying to figure out a way to pivot my business, but also I was on my own like sort of health and wellness journey, and developed this company. And I don't know, there's been so much support from the San Antonio community with like the owner of Broadway News, you know, reaching out to us and really loving what we do and having us here. And actually Mitch over there in green, he owns local Sprout Food Hub, and that's where our production space is. So we share space with a lot of other really awesome small business owners and food vendors. So in October we've got a few new fall flavors coming out. 3 of our juices are going to be discontinued: the watermelon, the hibiscus, limeade, and then the tiger eyes, which is the cantaloupe carrot. The melons are going to be out of season. The hibiscus we're just going to alter a little bit by adding some more fall flavors like cinnamon, sage, and then the lavender horchata will also be discontinued over here because we're going to release our pumpkin spice. We're kind of doing a little different approach to this pumpkin spice. We're using Japanese sweet potato to create our pumpkin spice syrup. And we've got a spritz and bits event coming up for our next community community cocktail hour. We're gonna host it here at Broadway News, so it's, you know, outdoors, everything can be socially distanced, but we're gonna do a 4-course spritz with food pairings from Wild Barley Kitchen, which is a truck here at Broadway News. They'll be sourcing a lot of their meats from Swine House. Joe over at Swine House is doing a really awesome like butcher series with Box Street Social, so you can order, you know, really high quality cuts of meat and for home. And then we're gonna have a dessert course by Dreamy Sweets by Blondie. She does these awesome almond flour macarons. So she's gonna do a dessert pairing with one of our spritz course, our last spritz course. Our whole like motto is to, you know, keep your health and wellness in mind, and you can do it and have things that are healthy but still delicious. I think that's kind of like what we're trying to achieve here, is really offer products with lots of nutrients but that are also delicious, because like people are not going to drink and eat things that are not delicious. Like our, you know, we kind of end each of our posts with drink with intention, kind of just keeping in mind like a thoughtful approach to everything that you consume.
I hope you'll enjoyed this week's episode of Doing Something SA. It was such a pleasure and just so dang great to get to know Mel and Chiyo at Health Nut SATX. I hope you all give them some love, check them out, and definitely try the lavender horchata that is going out of season, so get it ASAP and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Till next week.